Now, let's speak with the Turkish Ambassador to Greece, Kerim Uras, who joins me now live from Athens. So, sir, let me first thank you for being with us. And let me first start by telling you that this morning I went on a patrol with the Greek Coast Guard, and there was not a single crossing of migrants from Turkey into Greece today. Was it the case that Turkey was able to secure its border the entire time before this deal, but chose not to?
Not really. I wouldn't say that. Well, our aim was to reverse the flow, but that's thanks to the system we developed together with the EU, and it shows that the system is working. The humanitarian readmission program is on track. You know, we had three objectives. One was to prevent the loss of life. The second one was to break migrant smuggling rings, and the third was to replace illegal migrant with legal migration. So we understand the system is working.
But so cynics would say we were able, in fact, to control it, that once the deal was signed between the EU and Turkey, that Turkey got what it was looking for, more or less, in this bargaining process, that now really it's able to put up those controls that it was kind of loosening intentionally before. Is that not accurate?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't agree with that assessment at all.
But it is still the fact that for months and months, Turkey was unable to secure this stretch of water.
Well, indeed, that's because it was a revolving door and people were crossing to the islands, and from there up to the mainland, and from there on to Europe. And now, first of all, the borders in Europe closed, and then it backtracked towards the mainland. And the third step was that we developed this humanitarian readmission program, which is actually designed with a humanitarian view in order to prevent the loss of life and break the migrant smuggling rings and replace this illegal flow with a well-regulated legal one. So it's
so
because
now,
people
Turkey
change their mind.
Yeah. Turkey has just assumed the presidency of the IOC, the Islamic organization. Do you think that other Muslim countries in the region are doing what they should be doing to address this refugee crisis? Your country has almost 3 million Syrians. Do you think other countries are doing enough?
Well, more can be done, and these are our hearts go out to these people. They are our brothers and sisters. We don't want them to suffer. We want to do as much as possible, as our track record shows, for 5 years. We have, as you said, 3 million in our country, and you know, the numbers are mind-boggling, really. There are 4 million doctor visits, 800,000 hospitalizations, 400,000 operations done on these people, about 600,000 people of school age, but we still need to improve our record on that. So we need all the international help we can get. And I must say that the 3 billion that the EU
more
has
could
promised
countries
will
like
come in
Saudi
handy.
Arabia or Gulf countries do, for instance?
Well, they can help financially, I suppose.
You don't think they're helping enough?
More can be done. As I said, everyone can do more. First of all, Europe can do more. Some countries in Europe have a poor track record, but so can other countries. All countries can help in this dire situation.
I'd like to get your reaction on that news out of Germany. Chancellor Angela Merkel is authorizing the prosecution of a comedian for having mocked President Erdogan. I suppose the question here is, why does Turkey feel the need to prosecute satirists and comedians?
Well, first of all, the insult and the language he uses is completely unacceptable. I would say it's below contempt. And it's certainly not the language to be used against the head of state. As you would acknowledge, I'm sure, it's an affront to all citizens and everyone who has elected President Erdogan. So I wouldn't say this is a matter of free speech. It's a blatant insult. Free speech, of course, we respect, but this, I understand, will be taken up by the courts.
And do you think the Chancellor Angela Merkel caved on this because of this EU-Turkey deal? Do you think that was part of it here? That's what some people are saying.
Not at all. I wouldn't agree with that. They are totally irrelevant, totally different subjects.
All right. The Turkish ambassador to Greece, Kerim Uras, thanks very much for joining us on CNN. We appreciate your time.